Oh, it's probably Uncle Jesus. Okay. Hold on. It's Uncle Jesus. Hello, Uncle Jesus.
Hello, Archbishop.
Yes.
Yes. I have some. Yeah, I want you to do the study for me. I want you to do the sermon on Leviticus. Leviticus, I have it right here. Leviticus.
I'll get it too.
Chapter 9. It's about how they do the blood sacrifices. It's.
I got it here, right here.
You'll read it. It's going to be a real shocker too to you people out there. Do you think
Jeez.
the day is a joke?
Yeah, I see it.
You're telling me, yeah.
I see it, yeah.
You can use the bathroom that I usually work from.
I'm already there.
Shower curtain all set up for you.
Yeah.
The key is by the bush, by the steps.
I know.
Get back to you, Archbishop. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any green drinking? He hung up. There's probably no more green. He might have some. Let me see. First, I wanted to show you guys something here. This is a topic that it's really been bothering me because Satan is hiding in plain sight. No, not me. No, not this drawing. This guy.
It has always been about the blood. It's always been about the blood. That's why I want to teach on this tonight. The Lord said,
I'm going to read you what Jesus.
I shuffled them. I laid them out and I said, Lord, this is what I want to teach on here. And he goes, no, you're teaching on the blood tonight.
The Lord told us,
I got 5 messages, 5 cities. I already all prepared. 30 pages of notes for each one.
God
Lord, you tell me. Okay, so the blood.
Why didn't you tell him before he did all that work?
And this is the stories that I have about what the demons say when I'm about to cast them out.
I'm about to cast you out with your own
say, well,
scriptures.
don't mention the blood. And they always say, don't mention the name.
They treat it like it's a candy
Those are the two
coating.
things but see, a person who's walking with God for 60 years can get up and make announcements and talk about the offering. And it's almost as though they're talking about the blood.
Watch this.
Well, what has happened? It's become part of them. And what they represent shows up. And the demons already know they're in trouble. Without him even talking about his message yet. Him or he or she.
We're going to get to it.
Okay, so the interjection into the human race.
Tell them about your book.
I'm not going to preach this tonight, but it's a book that's coming out.
The book is coming out.
But the secret to everything we're going through right now for the last couple of years and since the garden.
Since the
It's
garden.
always been about the blood, and it's always been about the genetics. Always. Because in the blood is the genetics. And that's why it says in the law that you don't drink the blood because life is in the blood.
You better stop eating steaks because you can't get all the blood
They're
out.
stepping you into this. This is
You're
very
supposed to
quick.
sprinkle dust on it when you're done too. It says that in the verse before.
You have no idea
Steak has blood in it.
how important you are to God to be a pure stock human being.
Yeah, watch what he wants from you in the Old Testament.
genetics.
It's so valuable that Satan would want to alter it.
Stop right there.
Because
Stop
he
right
was
there.
given the clue. Think about this. Now, everything I'm doing tonight.
He said it's so important that Satan would want to alter it. Let me take off my glasses and get serious here. And who would this Satan be that would want to literally alter blood sacrifices? Well, I'm going to read it to you right now. It was your buddy Moses and his priest that altered the blood. Literally, they made altars for shedding innocent blood of all animals. And I have a special thing that's going to tell you all about the animals, but that's later. We're going to look here in Leviticus 9. You think the Eighth Day Evangelist is a joke? Eighth Day Independent? Fundamental Baptist Evangelist? I know that guy. He's not joking, because in your own Bible it talks about the 8th day. Leviticus 9, the priests begin their ministry. And it came to pass on the eighth day, that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said unto Aaron, take thee a young calf for a sin offering, and a ram, a burnt offering, without blemish. It's a lot of work you're doing there. And offer them before the Lord. Where is the Lord? In your head? Is he standing there? Is God standing there watching them sacrifice animals to him? And unto the children of Israel thou shalt speak, saying, take ye a kid of the goats for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both of them first year without blemish for the burnt offering. No, they didn't know anything about Jesus, and any Jewish person would say this is what they did. They weren't talking about Jesus. That's a whole other argument. This is superstitious thinking, because everybody doesn't want to die, and they'd rather have something else die for them, because God at this time and here in this Bible was a bloodthirsty monster. He needed stuff killed to satisfy him. And you would go low enough to kill things for him. And that's where all the candy-coated blood cult of Christianity comes from. I know, I was there. Read it. Put yourself in the story and think. Feel. Yes. And a bullock and a ram, peace offerings to sacrifice before the Lord, and meat offers mingled with oil. Why? So it would burn and sizzle. Makes a real fancy barbecue for God and the priests and Moses. All the one-eyed farmers. And a meat offering mingled with oil. For today the Lord will appear unto you. If you burn all these things, the Lord will appear unto you. So you're going to do it. Don't you want to see the Lord? Kill stuff, burn it, make it real good. And they brought that which Moses commanded before them. Dr. Tony, elf of modern times. Fools. You Dr. Tony Elf is modern day Moses in disguise right before your very eyes. How come you can see that, but you can't see that Moses is him too? Commanded before the tabernacle of the congregation. I'll just say congregation. Not a congregation, the congregation. Before the tabernacle of the congregation. And all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord to be indoctrinated. Where was the Lord? And Moses said, this is the thing the Lord commanded that ye should do, and the glory of the Lord shall appear unto you. I thought he was there already. Why is Moses saying what God said? Just like all you preachers out there, you lying shit. And Moses said, this is what the Lord commanded you. And Moses said unto Aaron, go unto the altar and offer thy sin offering, thy burnt offering, and make an atonement for thyself and the people, and offer for the people. Make an atonement for them as the Lord commanded, while you're making a bunch of money making church, playing church, playing with people's superstitious feelings and indoctrinating with them feelings with words and verses that are really curses. Word spells led them into hell. Carried on a stick and a dinner bell. Yes. Aaron, therefore, yes, sin offerings, burnt offering, make an atonement for thyself and for the people, an atonement for them, as the Lord commanded. God said. No, he didn't. Aaron therefore went unto the altar and slew the calf. Remember, this is in front of everybody. Joyous, isn't it? It's a lot tougher than drinking grape juice at your communions. Think about it. Yes, he slew the calf, which a sin offering, which was for himself, and the blood of Aaron, and the sons of Aaron brought the blood unto him, and he dipped his finger in the blood and put it upon the horns of the altar. You didn't know that there was horns on the altar that Moses made? Yes, big ram horns. You think this picture is scary? And here's your Christian cross on top, disguised as Satanism. Fools. That's why you don't see it after all these years for what it is. And the sons of Aaron brought the blood unto him, and he brought the bowl of blood. They put it in bowls. Half the bowl was thrown on the congregation by Moses and the priest, by the way, thrown on them. Sprinkling, it's called. Isn't that nice? The sons of Aaron brought the blood unto them. He dipped the blood in the horns on the altar, poured out the blood at the bottom of the altar, poured the blood around the bottom. Could you do that on your barbecue, your outdoor grill? Could you imagine this? You'd call the police on your neighbors and say they're committing satanic acts. The hell is wrong with you people? Read it. But the fat, be careful here, You want to do it right. But the fat, the kidneys, and the cow above the liver, sin offering he burnt upon the altar as the Lord commanded. But you never see the Lord. Just hear him say, the Lord told Moses. You get it? Just like you listen to all your preachers thinking, he must have got it from God. I'm a sheep sitting here. My pastor is my shepherd, my earthly shepherd. Fool, you stupid sheep. And the flesh and the hide he burnt with fire without the camp, and slew the burnt offering, and Adam's sons presented it unto him the blood. Here's the blood from the animal we slaughtered for you to please God. Oh man. And which he sprinkled around about upon the altar. You've seen this in other countries, and you think these people are savages. That's what these people were. You've seen it on TV. Why do you see this different? And they presented the burnt offerings unto him, and the pieces, listen to this, the pieces thereof, and the head of the goat or whatever it was. And he burnt them on the altar. They even arranged them certain ways. We'll get to that in the other chapters. He sprinkled round about the altar, presented the burnt offerings, pieces, the head, burnt them on the altar. See? They altered the blood. Satanism, in what you think it is. It's just savage, superstitions. Now, and he did wash the inwards of the legs and burnt them upon the burnt offering on the altar. And he brought the people's offering and took the goat, which was the sin offering for the people, and slew it and offered it for sin. Just make you happy we killed this now. Leave us alone and bless us and give us good crops. Yes, they do say that. And he brought the burnt offering and offered it according to the manner that you were told to do it. And he brought the meat offering, took a handful thereof, and burned it upon the altar beside the burnt sacrifice in the morning. He slew also the bullock and the ram for a sacrifice and a peace offering. Wouldn't want to make God angry and want to slay you. So kill something else. Just kill something else. Make him happy for a little bit until next time. And he brought the meat thereof and took a handful thereof and burned it upon the altar beside the burnt sacrifice on the... Put some more on, burn some more. Beside the burnt offering of the morning. This is the sacrifice. Let's just put it next to that one and burn it. You get it? Yeah. He slew also the bullock and the ram as a sacrifice, peace offering. And Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled upon the altar round about. And the fat of the bullock and the ram, the rump, the butt. And that which covereth the inwards. The coverings, you have sheaths around things. The kidneys and the cow above the liver, and they put the fat upon the breasts, and he burnt the fat offering. They're doing it over and over again. And the breasts and the right shoulder, Aaron waved for a wave offering unto the Lord. So he took the shoulder, just like you would take a shoulder of meat, you buy a shoulder of lamb, and he's waving it to God. Do you get it? Yet? Where was it? Aaron's waving it. Don't slay us and make us have good crops and rain. Defeat our enemies. You happy now? And Aaron lifted up his hand toward the people and blessed them. And came down from offering of the sin offering, waving it into the air to God, invisible, whatever he believed it was. And the burnt offering and peace offerings. Meantime, he's got blood and everything dripping down his arm. People, wake up, man. Don't you people wake up? I don't understand this. sort of behaviors condoned here? And Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of the congregation and came out and blessed the people. Bless you. They shook blood on them, and half the bowl that was left in the other chapter, they throw it on the congregation wearing their Saturday back then, Saturday Sabbath best. And they came, and there came a fire out before the Lord, whatever the Lord looks like, because they never say, and consumed upon the altar the burnt offering and the fat, which when all the people saw, they shouted and fell on their faces. They were scared to shit, you know what I mean? They fell on the ground, shit-faced, scared. Why? Because if you look at all the ingredients in the other chapters that will lead either me, Uncle Jesus, or the Eighth Day Independent Fundamental Baptist, we will put together a demonstration of what they mixed in the grain offerings. They made these pancakes and lots of oil. That stuff burned. They put special things in there that crackled, burned, exploded, and that's why they thought God was there. You would have thought God was there back then too, just like if you never saw a Coke bottle and you saw it for the first time, God must have made that Coke bottle. So, yeah. Anyway, the strange fire of Nahab in chapter 10. We'll go over that next time. Whoa. Let's just read the beginning. It's 17 minutes. Okay. Just read. And Nahab and Abidahu, the sons of Aaron, took either of his censer and put fire therein. They put fire and put incense there. They knew about explosive and sense and things like that. And put strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded, strange fire. Now, just think about it, what happens here. And they went out fire from the Lord and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. So Aaron's sons, they lit up some stuff in their censers, put fire in them, and strange fire before the Lord, incense. Sounds like they had some bad gunpowder, and it blew up in their face. What would you expect from these people doing these kind of things? You're going to have a few strange accidents with them fire cookings. People are going to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Disguised as Satanism, candy-coated blood guild cult Christianity. If you don't like it, too damn bad. And read your Bible for and by yourself without any man telling you what it's, man, woman, he, she, they, telling you what it's supposed to mean. What happens is, when you read it again and again and again, honestly, then you'll be able to see that it's the words of controlling men all throughout history. Modern day Moses in disguise right before your very eyes. Dr. Tony, Elf, Bill, Slippery, Bill, Man, His Hands, Gates, all them guys. I gotta go. Told you. Read it. Watch Bishop out.